Hey everyone, and in this video, I'll be talking about EBS. So I'm going to explain you with an analogy that you can understand better. So let's say you have a computer, okay, and you have a lot of data in your computer, okay, and you want to save your data externally. So what you're going to do is that you're going to get a hard disk, and you're just going to connect to your computer, and you're going to store some of your data from your computer to your hard disk. So, so, so in this way, you can consider as a computer as your instant, EC2 instant. And then there's some data that you want to store it externally. So this is where the EBS comes to the picture. So EBS acts like it was the hard disk to your EC2 instant. So you can connect you connect your EBS to your EC2 instant, and once you attach your EBS to your EC2, you can save either all of your data in your EC2 to your EBS, as and you can also attach as many of EBS as you want to your EC2 instance. So this is what this is how the EBS work. So why is EBS so useful? Let's say if something happens to your EC2 instance, let's say it gets terminated or it's got destroyed. So the data which is there in your EC2 get get stored in your EBS. So that means the data is protected. If there's some disaster that happens to your instant, the data is backed up in your virtual hard disk, which is EBS. So I'll ask you one question. Okay. So suppose you have your data in your EBS, okay? So I mean before coming to that, so I just want to explain you one important topic, one important point that so when you're creating an EBS, make sure that it needs to be the same our same region or same availability zone as your instant. For example, if you have created an instant in the region of, let's say, US East to B, okay. So the EBS that you're creating should have the same region as your instant. And 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 one more thing you need to remember is that you cannot attach you cannot attach this EBS volume which is located in this location, that the US East to B, to an instant which is located in a different region. Let's say US East, okay, West to A. Okay. So this EBS which you have created in US East to B, you cannot attach this EBS to this instant, which is in different region. So coming to the main question, let's say you have your data in your EBS. Okay. What happens? Okay. What happens? Okay. What do you do when something happens, if something bad happens to EBS? Let's say your EBS got destroyed or got lost, and your data inside your EBS will also get lost. So how are you going to secure that? Secure the data inside the EBS. So this is where the snapshot comes into picture. So what are you going to do is that you're going to take a snapshot of this EBS. You're going to take the snapshot of the EBS, or let's say the data in your EBS, and you're going to get the data from that EBS in your snapshot. So, and then you can transfer that data to a new EBS. So let's say, for example, I can give you one example for you to understand better. Like I said before, so the EBS the region of the EBS should be the same as the region of your EC2 instance. But let's say you want to connect, so you want to connect your EBS to a different region of your instance your of the instance. So what you're going to do is that let's say you have EBS which is in the US East to B, and then you have instance in, let's say, in Asia to A. Okay, but so what you're going to do is that you're going to take a snapshot of this EBS where you're going to create a copy of all of your data in your EBS here on this snapshot, and then you're gonna create another EBS, and then you're gonna transfer all the copy of the data to this new EBS, which is located in the same region as the instance, and then you can attach your new EBS volume to this instant. So this is how the snapshot works. So snapshot is nothing but the backup of an EBS volume. It saved the data at a specific time and is used for backup, recovery, and creating new volumes. So now I'm going to show you the demo of how do you create EBS and how do you attach EBS and how do you mount the EBS on the instant. So I'm going to show you that. Hey guys, and now I'm going to show you how to create your EBS volume and how do we attach our EBS volume to your EC2 instance, and then after that I'm going to show you how do we mount our EBS volume onto our EC2 instance. So let's start. So I'm going to go and create my EC2 instance here right away. So I'm just gonna proceed without the keypad here. So I think everything is fine. So just launch the instance. Okay, so I forgot to give the name of this. Okay, so just remember that when you're creating an EBS volume, it should have the same availability zone as your EC2 instance. So let's just simply connect this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go to volumes. And as you see, this is a default EBS, or you can say the root EBS of this instance, which I've created just now. And so we're going to create an additional EBS volume. So I'm going to create an EBS volume here. The size, I'm going to give it a 10 GB, and make sure you select the general purpose one. So I'm going to select this one, which I've already selected. Oh yeah, and then make sure your availability zone should be the same as your EC2 instance availability zone. So mine is US East to C. So I'm going to create that, and then I'm going to create the volume, and just we'll wait for like few seconds for it to get registered here on the dashboard. Let me refresh it. So this is my EBS volume which I've created just now. And now I'm just gonna go to actions and gonna attach it. So so this is my current EBS, sorry, this is my current EC2 which is running. So I'm going to select this, and you can select a device name. So I will be selecting uh, this one, S SDB, and now I'm gonna attach the volume here. Now you gotta open your EC2 Linux. So now when you once you open your EC2 instance, uh, so you need to type this command, and as you see, you can see your EBS volume, which is there. So now we are gonna format this EBS volume. So this is your EBS volume, which is already there, and now we're gonna format this EBS volume. So I'm gonna type this command. And make sure your the name of your EBS volume should be correct, as this is the name of my EBS volume. So I've already mounted this already. So I've already mounted this, and I've already created the file system here. So so now I'm gonna mount the directory. Okay, so basically I've already created this, so it shows like that. So I'm just writing this command so that you can just follow up and you can able to mount it. You can just able to mount it directory. And now we're gonna finally mount the EBS volume. So now after the reason it shows this because I've already done that before. So for you it doesn't show like that, because if you're doing it for the first time, it won't show you that message. So now I'm just gonna verify it. So as you see, once you mount the once you format the new volume, and then once you mount the directory, once you create the mount directory, and once you mount the EBS volume, and then after you verify, you should see this. You should see that this is your EBS volume, which is getting mounted on your EC2 instance. So I hope you enjoy watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.